not exactly a debut, but we got a brand new acquisition with A.J. Brown in New England. You know what he did yesterday? He dislocated his thumb at Patriots practice, popped it back into place, and remained a full participant in the workout. That's what you're looking for in your new superstar. And he talked afterwards about physical play.
I physically want to impose my will each and every play, and it's not for everybody to understand, No. And when I'm out here, I go into a whole nother zone, a whole nother state. It's me versus you. So I like to use the reference of we're in a boxing match because I'm most of the time on this island. Yep. There's nobody gonna help you. There's nobody gonna help me. So let's go. And so that's the mindset I gotta have when I'm out here, and honestly. I could care less if I'm misunderstood.
Dopamine highs. Let's go get the dopamine high.
Absolutely.
So, Gerald, we were talking before the show this morning. New team, dislocate, boom, pop that thumb right back in and keep going. What's it like? You've done it in your career. You change teams. You want to show everybody exactly what you're about right the day you arrive.
Well, Greeny, what people have to understand is when a coach goes and gets a player, they want that player. And I have a philosophy. The circus travels. People come and see the circus. The circus goes where it goes, and it's always the circus. So be the circus. Be the show. I have an example of that. I left Tampa, went to Carolina. I showed up right at mandatory minicamp.
Yeah.
So I was only there a couple days. Come back, go through training camp. By the end of training camp, I was the captain because I knew that I can be me wherever I'm at. A.J. Brown understands that they went to get me to be me. And all he's doing is blending in with everything they've been, which is a physical team. Teams take on the identity of the head coach, and that's what Mike Vrabel's all about.
And he knew when he brought A.J. Brown exactly what he was going to get. I think what A.J. Brown brings, when you talk about that physicality, if you go back to the Super Bowl and you're watching the way Seattle's DBs were pressed up on the outside, they beat the hell out of the New England Patriots wide receivers. They didn't have a guy in their room that looks like A.J. Brown, that can dominate on the outside like A.J. Brown. So when you hear him say that, I look at this like a boxing match, and I'm out there, we're both on an island. No one's coming to save either one of us. There aren't a lot of wide receivers in the league that can say that and actually mean what they say. A.J. Brown is one of those guys. He brings a different dimension to this offense, and already early on in training camp, all you've heard about is the connection from Drake May to A.J. Brown, and that's going against Christian Gonzalez, one of the best corners in our league.
That's a great matchup in practice to watch, so worth the price of admission every single day. Jeff, what are you hearing the early returns on A.J. Brown in New England?
Well, kind of talking about the dislocated finger and jumping back in there, all the things that made A.J. Brown somewhat of a headache at times last year in Philadelphia is exactly what makes him a blessing in New England. He is the kind of guy who keeps everybody incredibly accountable. And it's the type of thing that when you're trying to create that culture, as Mike Vrabel is trying to do in New England, that's worth the cost that they paid for A.J. Brown beyond the reception. So they already feel like they're getting a guy who is not just adding value to their offense and freeing everybody else up along the way, but they're also getting a guy who is popping his finger back into place, getting back in the huddle, and then getting 2 touchdowns in that same practice. That is a valuable addition.
That's a really interesting way of putting it. All the things that may have been somewhat problematic for whatever reason in Philadelphia, and I'm sort of letting it run through my head here, are a blessing in New England.
And that's what's so interesting, because I felt like when AJ first got to Philly, we said those same comments. When he got there, and I remember him scoring 2 touchdowns against Tennessee, and he's doing the belt celebration as he's whooping the DB's butt in the end zone, or pointing to both of the Steelers guys he called a touchdown pass on. The question is that Philly fans are looking at this. They're like, all right, give it a year or 2. Then let's see how you feel about those things. The difference to me is Mike Vrabel. He knew the guy. A.J. Brown knows Mike Vrabel, and he knows what the expectations are.
And if you win a Super Bowl, as the Eagles did in that year or 2, then it's been worth it either way. Quick final thought on that.
Yeah, for sure. A.J. Brown is a creature of habit and consistency. After they won the Super Bowl, he put out a tweet about his individual matchup. He's about smoke and he's about his one-on-one. But also, his behavior was like this at the end of his Tennessee run and at the end of his Philly run. So you better get it while you can get it early and get what you can get out of it.
That's it. I mean, they were that close to winning a championship last year. By the way, in New England, just want to show you this quickly. Mike Reese wrote about this, about what it's like being a rookie He said one way Patriots rookies pay their dues is to deliver snacks to their position group. For Baron Morton, that has meant ensuring fresh oranges are plentiful in the quarterback room to go with the juicer that Drake May bought last year. Keeping cups stocked is part of the job. We got all these kind of things. J-Mac, you got any stories about this kind of thing? We got purple bag Doritos for the quarterbacks.
I mean, that's easy. Oranges for a juicer? Like, what are we doing in the NFL? Yeah. My rookie year, Cortland Finnegan made me buy his body wash and toiletries for the locker room. And then on top of that, that's back when rookie hazing was like, okay.
Yeah.
So the last day of training camp, all the rookies had to go out and buy milk, eggs, birdseed, flour, Gatorade, all type of stuff. We're like, what the hell are we buying this stuff for? They had us go through an obstacle course.
Yeah.
As all the media is there recording it, we're spinning around on a bat as Vince Young is pegging me with eggs, flowers, birdseed. You finish off and you're covered in everything, and you look like an idiot after spinning around on a bat. Welcome to the NFL.
Sounds like a really productive way to spend time there.
We should be doing that here
in the National Football.
That's how we should be
Gerald McCoy, you're the new man on the team. I've got bad news for you. Go get the bird.
I love the Ravens. I love the city. This the team that drafted me.
Gotta get my money right.
They need to get a long-term extension in place.
There's so much at stake.
Gotta get my money right.
The extension is going to get done, or he's going somewhere else.
Ooh, it's a hot lead. We're live in Maryland, obviously from the team facilities where we find Jeremy Fowler. I mean, that's palatial and futuristic. Jeremy, what's the latest you're hearing on Lamar Jackson's contract talks?
Yeah, Randy, due to the copious seats behind me, the Ravens similarly are trying to get Lamar Jackson to the table to sit down and negotiate and hammer out a contract extension. They do want to sign Lamar long term. They're motivated to do so. It just hasn't happened yet. Now, it's noteworthy that Jackson has considerable leverage in all this because he's about 19 months from free agency. His current contract has a no franchise tag provision in it. So if he wants to be free in a year and a half or so, he can go do that. And also, a lot of people around the league I've spoken to believe that Lamar could wait a little bit just because of the quarterback market and where it's going. Because next offseason, you got a lot of big ones: Caleb Williams, Drake May, Bo Nix, all those guys from that 2024 draft class, Jaden Daniels. They are all eligible for contract extensions that will move the quarterback market up in a huge stratosphere of which Lamar Jackson could benefit.
Baltimore's backfield formidable, not with just Lamar Jackson, but Derrick Henry as well. So what is Jesse Minter's plan for him, J-Bone?
Yeah, their plan is to give Derrick Henry the ball as much as they can. I mean, that's certainly what they want to do. They want to emphasize that. He had 307 rushes last year. I wouldn't be shocked if he got to that number or even surpassed it, despite being well into his 30s in age. Declan Doyle coming over from Chicago, they had a top 3 rushing offense last year. They want heavy play action, be able to run the ball with Henry, and then Lamar Jackson can throw explosively over the middle or over the top of the defense off of the run fakes. So Henry, we're going to see him live in action today. You talk to people with the Ravens, they say he has not lost a single step. Still in athletic shape tremendously and one of the very best.
So we just got word that is actually not the team facility. That's Jeremy's hotel room.
Interesting.
There are.
I got to get some points and get some upgrades.
Yeah, we got some specs. There are 3 bathrooms.
Yes.
There are 22 seating arrangements.
Yes, that's correct. Nearly as many touchdowns as Derrick Henry had last season.
And as many ringed coffee tables as you would find in an Olympic logo.
Can you get any more shelf space, perchance, under the TV?
Yeah, well, you know, I'm a baller on a budget. I'm a simple man, but I'm a man of many Marriott upgrades. So, we got hooked up on this one.
I love it.
Bonvoy loves to see him coming.
Appreciate you, Jeremy. Thank you, sir.